everyone, and welcome back to Jesse Hecht Creative. Today we're going over the Figma Link Twilight Princess version DX edition by Max Factory and Good Smile Company. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. Now let's get to it. So here's Twilight Princess Link. Link looks very anime in this iteration. His eyes are pointed, his eyebrows are pointed, his ears are pointed, his hair is pointed. He has a little furrowed, look on his face, furrowed brow. He's kind of angry, very stoic. His nose is pointed, his hat is pointed. It can go left and right and then up and down. I do like the detail of it on the little stitching over here and over here on this side as well. It's asymmetrical, which is pretty cool. Looks really nice. There's also looks like a little bit of a articulation point, but I think it's just something that is glued there. We also have his head can move up this far and down this far. You get some swivel out of that as well. Looks very nice. His body is really cool. The belt and straps are really wonderful. They go around to the back. You can put a peg in here or here for his sword or a stand if you'd like. The pouches look really detailed and very nice. The arms are pretty cool. We have a gauntlet guard over here as well as some nice stitching on the side. The gold is wonderful. I like this little arm piece over here. I'm not sure about this piece right here, this sort of muscle looking thing I guess, but it can be interpreted as a muscle instead of a joint for an action figure. Going to the actual tunic itself, the gold plating is interesting, looks very nice. I like it a lot. It matches the golds over here. Very subtle, very small. A lot of the stitching is wonderful and the detail is immaculate on this guy. Looks really great. It's like a very cloudy kind of white over here for the collar as well as the arms. We have some more of that gold chainmail underneath. Looks awesome. We also have some more stitching over here and going down to the asymmetrical arms once again. One is without a guard, one has a guard on it. The hands look really good. The arm goes up this far and down. The Figma joint is inside. There's a ball. You can go up. It's sort of like shrugs. You can kind of like move it however you like in a way. It goes up, out, in, down. You know, it sort of acts as a pseudo butterfly joint and can go all the way around for both arms. It is sort of difficult getting it back in that sleeve, but it's worth it. Now, the arm articulation as far as the elbow isn't really that great for me. It could go a little farther, I would think, but it's as good as we can get for Figma, I believe. We do get some swivel for the sleeve itself, below this gold portion, which is really nicely done. We also get some swivel over here in the hand and a little bit of up and down. It is a Figma joint, so it's very nicely done and looks really cool. I do like the joints for these. They're really small. They're basically this kind of thing, 2 different pegs and a little, swivel joint in the middle. It's pretty nicely done. He has 2 holding hands that we'll get to in a little bit as far as accessories goes. But moving on to the chest, it can go around on the top, back this far, forward this far, a little bit of side to side over here. He doesn't have any swivel though. You can swivel his chest though, but not the torso. It's all one part down here, I believe. Going down the legs are pretty plain. The boots look nice and fine. I like how they look. His pants are pretty cool. They can go out this far, hindered by the gold-plated chainmail over here. It looks really nice and intricate, very detailed and wonderful. There's also some detail on the tunic as well down here. They did not skimp at all. It goes out this far. Not really that great. Up this far, it's pretty okay. You can kind of fudge it. I don't want to break it though, This guy's pretty expensive on the aftermarket. Goes back this far. You do get a swivel up there. The seam is nice for the pant leg as well as the wrinkles on the pants. They look really, really nice detail. This is shiny down here. I don't know. It can be hidden pretty well. You get a little glimmer of that, but it's as good as it gets. It looks kind of weird from the back though. The side, it's very action figure-y. You do go out this far as the knee goes, or up at least. It's fine, I guess. I'll live with it. And then up this far, it doesn't really double joint, which is pretty nice. You don't get any swivel over here though. You get a tiny bit of swivel, at least like a little tiny portion of swivel over here, and then down, and then up, and then pivot over here with no peg holes upon the feet. So used to saying that it goes up and down with a toe joint though, so there's that. You get that kind of articulation. No need for peg holes, and you have stand ports in the back. Twilight Princess Link looks very nice and really cool. The articulation is solid, but not the best I've ever seen in my life. But as far as the likeness goes of the character, it is fantastic, and I love it. So after a quick break, we're going over the accessories. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also click the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. As far as accessories goes for Link, he comes with the Master Sword. It looks very nicely done. Really cool. It fits in his hand pretty well. It splits right over here at the hilt. It is wonderfully done. Looks super neat. I like the amount of Triforce in here. On both sides, it's wonderful. A little bit of gold on the edges. Nice little touch, and that blue is striking. Very well done, and fits in his hand perfectly. In his right hand, Link being a lefty in all games but the Wii version of Twilight Princess, we have this Hylian shield. It looks wonderful. I love the deco over here. It's really awesome with the little bird thing. That's great. You also have the Triforce up here, some nice sort of just silver ornaments over here, and that looks awesome. On the inside, here's how you put it into his hand. We actually take apart this up here and that down here, and then put him into his hand, put it back together, and then put it into here, and then take this off. This already kind of falling apart, which is kind of a shame. I don't know if this is my copy or everyone else's copy, but just be aware that this kind of falls apart a little bit, even though it stays pretty okay in his hand. This just pops off a little bit, this inner portion, and that pegs in. You can also plug it into this side over here, giving him a righty option for the, or a lefty option for this at least, which is really nicely done. I'm very happy with that. I also notice there's a swivel up here too, just saying. But this is a very nicely done shield and a very nicely done sword. This is how I'll display Link forever, but there's other accessories he also comes with. So apparently a quick correction, this is the light sword over here, and this is the master sword over here. I'm not sure why they changed it. I've seen this thing as the master sword for every single game, and this is, I thought it was a different kind of sword, but I guess this is the master sword. Kind of a letdown, I think, and really weird. Yeah, I don't know why they changed it. They could have given this any other sword name, but they gave this the light sword. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I didn't really play the game and get to beating it, but these are still pretty cool swords and I like them. This does fit into Link's hand pretty well. Take it off at the hilt and then put it back in. It's a nice sword, but I'm definitely going to give him the light sword, and probably I'll keep calling it the master sword because it makes no sense to me at all. Link also comes with two scabbards you can put in his back, one for the master sword, one for the light sword. Again, the name's kind of weird. I do like the light sword way better than the master though. It's pretty nice and looks really cool. Couldn't be the Bigoron sword or something. Link also comes with a bow, an arrow, and a Hawkeye mask. They're pretty cool. Not a big fan of bows and arrows that much, but this kind of does a really good job at making it work. I'm so used to Hawkeye from Marvel Legends. I mean, he even has the mask, so I guess you're doing an homage to him that way. But it's pretty cool and very nicely done. The arrow is a little bit pointy. It does fit into a little hole in this arrow holding hand. We also have this bow holding hand with a little already pre-notched arrow right over here. Does not come with a quiver though. That would have been cool to have a quiver for little arrows. That would have been nice, because I know you collect arrows in Zelda and it's pretty cool. Very nicely done bow. Looks really awesome. It has, I think, some kind of cool, weird chameleon looking face on it. Very awesome. The arrow itself has a little, white and red and black on the feathering, and then some silver for the little spear point. And then we have the Hawkeye mask, which looks pretty cool. Very owl-like. Not one I'll use that often or too often, but it's pretty cool to see. Very nice, really cool. Very awesome accessories. Just not ones that I will use, I think, for a while. Here's Link with an angry face. It looks pretty good. I don't like the sneer that much though. It's kind of off-putting to me, I would guess. He also has this splayed out hand. It's pretty cool. Same articulation as the rest, it just pegs in, but this claw shot is magnificent. Beautifully done, really nice, super cool. I like it a lot. It does come apart right over here to facilitate the hand going in. It looks great. It's a nice piece, very well done. I'm not sure if this piece is metal or plastic. I just want to be careful with it, but the weathering is immaculate on it. It does twist over here and can come out, and also this can come out for future play. One of the more difficult accessories to pose here is the opened up hookshot, because this Figma stand it comes with comes a little claw you can hook around it. It does look very nice though, opened up, but having it go taut as if he's actually shooting it is another matter entirely. You have to physically separate them yourself by hand, and even then so many other things can go wrong with it. But looking at the piece itself, it's a really nicely done part. It's really wonderful. I like it a lot. Super neat and very cool. It has a lot of nice detail to it. It's really rusty and nicely done. This is actual real metal chain, by the way, which is really cool. Again, same part over here, and I also gave Link a fist, to add to his collection of hands going on. Same articulation, it just pegs in, but this is really cool. It's a shame it doesn't really, get taut. It does get kind of caught here and there in the actual chain itself, so just be careful when posing this and make sure it's all out and ready to go. Wow. And lastly, here is the ball and chain and they look wonderful. I love this piece. Let's check it out. The ball and chain is attached to this piece once again. You just pull out this peg right over here, and it's really cool. I'm not sure if this is metal or not exactly. Seems like plastic, but it could be metal to attach to the metal chain. Again, it's a pure metal chain going to this ball. Very awesome. It has a little peg in it for the different stand. It comes with 2 stands, by the way, which is awesome. Very nice. It's very heavy too. Has a nice little thud when it hits the floor. There's a couple spikes on it, along with some ornate details that makes it shine. It's really super cool, and I love this thing a lot. I also gave Link a screaming head. This is my second favorite head, I believe, behind the regular stoic one. It's very well done for this head. Super nice. We have those anime eyes once again. He's very just angry with his eyebrows, and his mouth is awesome too. Here's the second to last hand, by the way. Another, splayed out hand. And finally, here's the last hand on the sprue where all the other hands go. Really super cool, and I'm glad that they have this to keep all your hands organized. Figma Twilight Princess Link stands at about 5¼ inches tall or so, next to the Figma Link Between Worlds Link and Jakks Pacific Ocarina of Time Link. They look good together, even though Jakks Pacific may be a little bit out of scale, but it's nice to see all 3 suits in action. They look really nice. I do still prefer the Link Between Worlds Link. It's pretty easy to move, has some great accessories, and looks really cool. They all have their Hylian shields, they all have their Master Swords, I'm saying that, and they look great together. And also here's Jesse Hecht Creative. Hey, look everybody, my wife is here! Hey! What? Not funny? Alright, fine. Give me the hook. Overall, the Figma Twilight Princess Link DX figure is excellent. It is down pat from the games, the look is wonderful. I really love how much detail they put into this. Every single weapon is accounted for, every single face is accounted for. They're all really well done. I like the Screaming Head and Stoic Heads the best. The Hawkeye and the other face I can live without. The bow and arrow are also pretty okay, but not my favorites. I'm a big fan of the shields and other weapons. The shield and sword, as far as the light sword and Hylian shield goes, are wonderful. The Master Sword I could just leave. It isn't my cup of tea. I do think still that the blue one is the Master Sword, by the way. It just looks more like it. We also have the Claw Shot and Ball and Chain that are wonderful. Closed and open are great for that, and that gauntlet is a thing of dreams. It's beautifully done. Everything fits on the figure incredibly well. Those 2 stands are very helpful when posing, and I just find the alternate hands are a great plus as well. If you like Legend of Zelda, and you like Link, and you like Twilight Princess, what are you waiting for? Get this on the secondary, find a good price, and it is well worth it and amazing. So definitely pick this up. This set, high rules. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Hecht Creative. Feel free to click like, subscribe, share, or leave a comment. You can also visit us at jessehechtcreative.com, where you'll find more reviews like this one. Thanks again for watching, and keep being creative. Stay tuned.